What's going on, everyone? We got an interesting video here about GTA 6 pre-orders and basically showing the truth once again, how things work, and some Xbox fanboys to expose. Get ready for that. It's going to be interesting because once again, they were wrong. They thought they knew what they were talking about, and they're completely being embarrassed again. But hey, you know, they thought it was just some IGN community post that was made up, because apparently the truth is far worse. Because remember, leave a tip down below, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into this. Through IGN fines and commerce affiliate linking program, this is IGN officially coming out and saying this, the data is showing that PlayStation is outperforming Xbox by a ratio of 8-1 when it comes to GTA 6 pre-orders. But this is the funny part. The news is far worse than people were trying to community note, starting with Shinobi. They tried to community note him and said that he was making up stuff and, you know, all this other stuff. We're going to get into the goody goodies, so stick around. Link in bio for more on GTA 6 effect on console sales. I think that when it comes to GTA 6, like, demand to, they're not going to be able to have enough consoles for it. Microsoft already admitted they don't have any. So we know that's not happening. But yeah, it's pretty interesting here because we all know Xbox fanboys don't buy games. They've been conditioned to be on Game Pass. This is a perfect reason why I'm saying, when you look at the difference of support, now you know why Rockstar promoted it on PlayStation and knew what they needed to do. The Switch version would get more pre-orders than the Xbox version too if it was ready, but it's not. They got dev kits too late, and they've been working on these versions for quite some time. So that's why it's not going to be coming until later. But it's about to get interesting. So the IGN community has pre-ordered GTA 6 on PS5 8 times more often than on Xbox. We see the screenshot right here, right? 8-1. Yeah. Interesting stuff here, isn't it? So Xbox fanboys can say whatever they want, right? But the funny thing is, you don't buy enough games and you don't have the install base. And you already get the idea that your hardware is not going down in price. As a matter of fact, I think it's going to go up again next year because Microsoft kind of said that. But once again, this has nothing to do with the community that's kind of left here. And some of the people that probably still were on Xbox One or whatever that still want to kind of go over, though you're kind of screwed now. You should have been had a Series X or S, right? Definitely when they were cheaper. But hey, nobody saw this market coming years and years ago. This market is really bad. But what do you guys have to say about this? Because this is where it's about to get funny. And we're going to get to some of these comments here in a second too. But let's go ahead and back up here a little bit so that we can get back to this. Now, I want you guys to think about this because we're going to go over here. This was the post that I was talking about right here. GTA 6 pre-orders are outselling Xbox 6-1 as retailers warn of console shortages. Now, here's the thing. This has almost 800,000 views, right? And it's doing very well. But here's the first person. I'll have to say it. Community noted, the reported 6-1 PS5 to Xbox 6 GTA pre-order ratio originates from an unsourced IGN Instagram post without methodology. No supporting article exists on IGN's website. But does community note mean that you're right? No. Does the community note mean that you're wrong? No, it just really depends. As you saw, IGN officially came out and cited it. What do you have to say about that? Look, we see it, right? So 168 people like that. But what does that mean? I mean, this is just the Xbox world, Xbox Defense Force. Oh, Shinobi, you fallen far, my dude. Well, it looks like you're wrong. He did not. As a matter of fact, Xbox fanboys and fangirls, it's 8-1 officially. Shut your mouth. Our data shows PS5 pre-order for GTA 6 outselling Xbox 6-1. Sorry, guys, it's 8-1. We just saw that. What do you have to say about that? Sit down. You don't know what you're talking about. And then you had 208 people coming here like, is this anything new in the Xbox world, though? You see what I mean? It's like, when you really think about people in that world, a lot of them are not that smart at all. They don't have much intelligence. And they consistently make themselves look dumb. Just saying, think about it. Keep going down. Xbox fans are waiting for GTA 6 to come to Game Pass. That's actually pretty funny. Oh my God. You know what's so funny? I had some posts too. They were telling me we got guys like Boomstick or whatever saying that Microsoft's going to make some huge deal and get GTA 6 to come to Game Pass. It's like, why do you have that mentality for this game? Who wants to put a game like that on a renting service? That's a problem. Only that community in the gaming industry. Everybody else realizes that who the hell wants to rent GTA when you can own it? You got to be dumb to sit there to pay for months of Game Pass to play a game when you could just straight up buy it. At that point, you're paying more money over time. Do we understand this? It's not that hard to understand. Xbox is dead anyways. Xbox gamers don't buy games, just like PC pirates. Xbox games are Game Pass rents. Xbox gamers are Game Pass rents. Most Xbox users play on Xbox Series S. Potato. Honestly, in a way, they're kind of right though. And this is the thing, like when you think about the way Microsoft has been treating their base in the hardware lately, it's almost like they want to get rid of it and they're doing it on purpose. And they're just putting it right in front of your face and they take it, I'm telling you. And then they come in and attack other communities. I'm like, okay, so I wouldn't go in somebody else's corner and try to attack if my world is dead and stomped into the ground and I'm failing in every category imagining that you can imagine. And then when you think about the only thing left as publishing, you ain't doing too well on that either. That's being ruined already because they're not making great decisions to make sure they get the most efficient publishing growth, period. Playing the exclusive game just literally kills your potential for publishing. It's absolutely stupid. Why are you doing that? But this is what Microsoft does. So they'll go play exclusives for dumb fanboys in their base who don't even know how to help the base grow. They'll sit there and grift and make up nonsense to make it look better than it is instead of actually giving honest critical feedback and looking for honest improvement. This is another perfect example of you just can't accept the reality that the stats and numbers don't lie. Now you're at an 8-to-1 ratio. But you were complaining about the 6-to-1 ratio and try to community note that because you just can't handle the truth. You want to live in a lie. You like people to lie to you. Just saying. Fall in for bait. Again, here goes another guy. The reported 6-to-1 ratio for GTA 6 on PS5 versus Xbox comes from a satirical Instagram post by IGN Deals, not verified sales data. Anyone surprised? Nope, a bloodbath coming November and nothing the Xbox can do about it. Well, yeah, and then watch when the PS5 Pro version ends up being close to 60 frames per second or something. But we do know there's going to get more stable frame rate and improved frame rate and improved visual fidelity. That's not a guess. That's 100% going to happen. So going back, what do you have to say? That you're at an 8-to-1 ratio, and it plays best on PlayStation 5, and all the features are there. Rockstar's going to be giving them the marketing. You're going to have the PS5 Pro version that's going to be the superior version until the next generation consoles come out, until the PC version comes out. And that probably ain't going to be happening because it's going to take longer to get that up and going with GTA Online and all that to make sure they get the anti-cheat stuff going and all that. And it's going to be playing best on PS5 Pro. They haven't even talked deeply about that. But I feel like Rockstar's eventually going to come out with something and show the PS5 Pro version, and it's going to blow people away. You see what I mean? There's still more to show in the PlayStation world for GTA 6. And that's the PS5 Pro version. You're not going to have that for Xbox. And they ain't going to get no mid-gen refresh. Look at the prices right now. That thing would be like $1,200, $1,300. Yeah, it's not going to work. Proud Pony, no thanks. We don't buy games. They don't. Xbox gamers stay away from IGN, and I don't take them serious. Hence the poll results. I own both. I choose Xbox. If you had a PS5 Pro and you went to buy the Xbox version, then something is wrong with your brain. But if you just have a base PlayStation 5 and Xbox, I don't know what to tell you. Why would you choose to invest into that? It may disappear on you. I don't know. Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, quick resume, long controller battery life. You still have to get... What are you talking about? You just plug into the DualSense. Never asked you to get batteries either. And hardware-based VRR, here I come, Xbox. What an idiot. I can't take this post serious. But there we go again. Like, I think you're just an Xbox fanboy that wants to say that because they're going to let you know that it plays best on PlayStation 5. They have the most immersive features on there. So what are you talking about? You're just talking nonsense. You ain't... Okay, this guy says, bots have been crying nonstop since their showcase. Damn, IGN, you guys are really hating the Xbox brand. How are they hating it when they're just being honest? See, this is a problem. You can't handle constructive criticism because you've been brainwashed to be a weak femboy. Just admit it. The Xbox brand, since as far as I can remember, we get it. PlayStation has a bigger install base, but never has IGN called out Sony for drastically on their mistakes like they do on Xbox. How do you know that? Yeah, they have. Everybody knows IGN ain't the best lately, but this is just stats. Love the Xbox platform and excited to play GTA 6 on the platform. Another Xbox fanboy. Also, Xbox has quick resume, FPS boost. What does FPS boost have to do with GTA 6? It's not a backwards compatible game. It's just so dumb. Auto HDR. Why would you need auto HDR? PlayStation has all the backwards compatibility support as well. Quick resume is overrated. It didn't move the needle. Nobody cares. You can get right back in on a PlayStation game you get right back off of. Backwards compatibility, Sony has that too. Play anywhere. I mean, dude, come on. Sony doesn't have that. So Sony doesn't have HDR. They don't have FPS boost. What are you talking about? Backwards compatibility, all this nonsense. It doesn't matter, bro. Your hardware is dead in the water and your generation failed significantly. And you're on the verge of probably getting put to a side as a subsidiary or sold out. PlayStation's on the way to 100 million sales. You can put a PS1, PS2, PS3 disc in PlayStation 5. That should be noted. Also, sure, I can't wait for that person to regain the trust and boost the brand. You are a brain dead imbecile after everything just came out, but it doesn't surprise me. Xbox owners seething right now. Yeah, pretty much. That's what's going on here. How can there be console shortages when people ain't even buying them? There's no shortage anywhere. Just look around. There's plenty of consoles to go around. Ain't nobody buying them because of the rising prices. There is console shortages, but then at the same time, they are expensive. You're right about that. Ain't nobody buying Xboxes. Yeah, like I say, you can't be outsell the Switch 1. I got it on Xbox because I didn't feel like buying a PS5 for one game that was only on that console. So, I mean, I could understand that if that's the only console you have. But Xbox fanboys obviously cannot handle the truth. And this is nothing new here. You're still dancing around saying all this nonsense, bringing up nonsense that have nothing to do with a next-gen game because you can't handle that you're at an 8-to-1 ratio. Bro, you got ratioed. It's okay. Handle it. So yeah, guys, this just right here proves other things right here. Official source right in front of you. 8-to-1 ratio. Deal with it. Learn how to handle the truth and be man. And learn how to constructively criticize the company. But at this point, it's kind of too late because it's so dead in the water. There's nothing you can do about it. And Microsoft's making sure of that. And they do not care. They mess with you on the community polls on Xbox to make it feel like the exclusives are going to do something. Talk to you about this and that. But at the end of the day, you're still trained to not buy any video games. This is a perfect example of the biggest launch of all time for a game that perfectly fits your ecosystem. And guess what? You're not supporting it enough. PlayStation is embarrassing you once again. This is what I mean by, like, when you think about the third-party support on this platform, why are you passing up any games on it? You shouldn't. Let me know what you guys think. Keep on gaming no matter what platform you're on. Later.